This week's Community Champion says her battle against breast cancer opened her eyes to the gaps in the healthcare system. After 27 years in the pharmaceutical industry, Tina Volb is determined to right the wrongs of her own cancer journey, and she's doing it one Hope Kit at a time. WESH 2's Sonika Dange reports the Central Florida community is rallying behind this woman's cause.
The call to action may be a recent one, but it's being answered in the hundreds.
It brings me to tears. It's very humbling.
Tina Volb is hosting her first Hope Kit event in Orlando in service of the National Breast Cancer Foundation. And almost 300 people showed up to help pack items to be sent to cancer patients all around the country. It's a cause near and dear to her own heart as a breast cancer survivor herself.
After being diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer in 2023 and going through the healthcare system, I realized that there were a lot of barriers to my treatment, whether it was the denials from the insurance company or the lack of empathy as I was going through treatment. Everywhere I turned, I felt like I wasn't just fighting my disease, I was fighting the system to get access.
And that fight extended into challenges she didn't even know she'd be facing.
As a cancer patient, when you lose your hair, you lose your eyelashes, you lose your identity. And through the process, I really needed to hold on to something of beauty.
She found herself in search of the simple things, like eyelashes and lotions that didn't react with the chemo treatments. And when she received her own Hope Kit in the midst of that journey, she knew it was the catalyst to something big. Her quest to create a new nonprofit dedicated to giving that same box of resources to others, Tina's Warriors.
In that moment, opening that kit with all these things that I didn't even realize I needed, eyelashes, a headband, lotions, nausea pops, all of those items meant a lot to me. And the note that was written in that box was a stranger telling me that I wasn't alone.
This is the third Hope Kit packing event Tina's hosted in the last few months, the first in Vegas, then Nashville. She's on track to send out 1,000 by the end of the year. Having worked in the healthcare industry for 27 years, Tina says the work she does now is healing. She's done with active treatment, but says she's just getting started, trying to elevate the voice of other cancer patients.
It almost feels like I'm living a different life, to be able to say that, because I didn't think a year ago I would get here. I wasn't even sure if I would make it this far. But with all the love and support and the incredible team of doctors that I've had, we kept pushing forward and were very aggressive in my treatment. And here I am today.
Her dedication to the cause and the strength she's determined to share with others is what makes Tina Volb a community champion. Sonika Dange, WESH 2 News. Joining us in studio now is Tina Volb herself. Tina, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So talk to me about Tina's Warriors. It's a relatively new organization created just this past spring. How has the past year been?
This past year has been absolutely incredible. Getting the community and the healthcare industry behind the mission that we are now starting to carve out and form. It's been very overwhelming, actually, the positive reaction we've received around the Tina's Warriors mission and the Hope Kits that we're sending out to women who are undergoing cancer treatment. The mission started because I received a Hope Kit right before I started my chemotherapy, and it reminded me about the support and out there, even from a stranger, the beautiful note that I received, and it propelled me to want to pay it forward to other women.
And I know beyond just the Hope Kits, Tina's Warriors is serving as a vehicle for real change. Can you talk to me about some of the deficiencies that you felt you saw in the healthcare system as you were going through your journey?
Absolutely. So healthcare has become about efficiency, prioritizing efficiency over the holistic care of a patient. And being on the other side, being in the healthcare industry myself and now being on the other side as a patient, I recognized the barriers to my treatment and to my care that essentially the emotional, the psychological, and also the financial aspect of the healthcare system, where I really didn't understand it until I had to navigate it on my own. And I truly felt that I was left to figure it out on my own. Just the simple things such as when my hair fell out, I didn't know how to tie a scarf. And I sat in front of a mirror for hours trying to figure it out. As I sat and cried, like, why didn't anybody show me how to tie a scarf on my head? Simple things that shouldn't have been an afterthought were afterthoughts. So it propelled me to use my voice and my platform. The Hope Kits have become a platform to get the stakeholders in the room to talk about the support programs, the legislation, the services that are being offered to patients and the gaps, and to amplifying the patient voice. I feel like the patient deserves a seat at the table when these decisions are being made, so that we have a say in the programs that will help us heal and take care of us holistically.
And what is your message for anyone out there right now who is currently going through the journey?
Advocate for yourself. Don't be afraid to speak up. There's a lot of programs out there that can help you. If you're not introduced to those programs at the onset of diagnosis, then ask your provider. Definitely some of these programs, you could search for it, which I hate saying that, but unfortunately that's what I had to do, is I had to find these programs on my own. Right. But the programs are out there to help you, whether it's financially or with the emotional aspects of having a cancer diagnosis. They're out there. We've just got to get connected to them.
And certainly organizations like yours are helping make that connection. All right, Tina, thank you so much for joining us. I know Tina's Warriors has a great journey ahead, so best of luck.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, back to you.